That is the Embraer that has our pace plane. One of the pilots there, Congressional Representative Jay Obernolte from California. But our pole position, Michael Steiger in race 5, American Spirit here as he departs.
Now this is just lucky, the L29 Delta, the camo look there, and normally to be piloted by Pete Zaccanino, but we're listing now the pilot in this one. This time around, Joe Swindle, Joe Face Punch Swindle. So we will go with that until we hear otherwise.
Departing our third place qualifier, David Sterling in race number 8 out of San Diego, California in another Aero Vodahody L39.
Scott Gusikoff in the Tumbling Goose from Milan, Michigan. It's going to be race 84.
Next up, you'll see on the inset the cockpit camera from race 11. This is Jerry Kirby, call sign Jive. Airplane he calls Ivan. You'll get to see that all race long from inside the cockpit, and you see him departing there on the left, another L39.
Sure, getting to fly his plane a lot today. Raced in the B class, raced the silver class earlier today, as did this man right here, Matt Guthmiller of Alpine, Wyoming. The L39C Alpine Thunder, race 12.
Well, that's our field, Tommy, as they depart and get gathered up on the pace plane. They'll circle around and they will fly at over 500 miles an hour on our largest 8-mile course. And we talk about the fastest motorsport on the planet. These guys are the fastest of the fast.
Jet class is, of course, the second newest of our classes here. Of course, the Stoll is the newest now as it stands for the last 3 years. The Jet class, though, became a quick favorite not too many years ago.
It did, Tommy. It was an exhibition class back in 2000 where they actually flew Korean War era MiGs. In fact, former astronaut, Space Shuttle Commander Robert Hoot Gibson, good friend of mine, was part of that demonstration, but that evolved into the rules that we see today. No swept wings, no afterburners. If they do have ejection seats, those are disabled while they're here. Here you see some in-cockpit footage from a previous race. We'll continue to show that on the right, but here's what our course looks like. 8-mile course, it's the biggest outer course that we have. You see the jets will fly around it counterclockwise, and they will start from behind Peavine Mountain, line abreast, like we see in so many other classes. The pace plane that we just saw depart, depicted in red here, will pull up. He'll say, gentlemen, you have a race. Our racers can accelerate at that point out in front of each other, but they've got to get to that guide pylon before they can turn in and complete the pass. But here you see what it looks like competitively with our racers down at 50 feet, 500 miles an hour in jet racers here at Reno. It's the only place you'll see this in the world, Tommy. Man, I don't know about you. That just, man, that gets my heart going. It's so exciting. So exciting. You see some footage from previous races there on the left. You see the in-cockpit live footage there on the right of out of race 11. And you can see that he is in position number 5. So you see 4 aircraft to the left, including plus the pace plane. And then a live shot of the aircraft that's catching up to his right. That is Matt Guthmiller, race number 12. As they circle around behind us, Tommy, to get ready for what we showed in that graphic. This is going to be just absolutely exciting. You know, Hoot Gibson told me that having not only flown the demonstration but also raced here in the jet class, that in these jets, typically once you get that call, you have a race and you're headed downhill. He said in a jet, you set the throttle to 104%, turn on the throttle, the friction lock, and he said then you just fly the jet. So unlike the Unlimiteds where they're constantly maneuvering manifold pressure and other things in the engine, in this case it's get it set and then be a super pilot, and that's what we're going to see. Like we said, this is a super competitive class. We've got the best of the best here, and they are going to go fast.
Got a couple of former winners here, gold champions here at the Reno National Championship air races in hour 6 here today. It's a gold class race on Saturday.
This group had a very competitive race yesterday, Tommy, as well.
We certainly did. We can show you some of it right now, as a matter of fact. Position was Mike Steiger, an American Spirit 7 times the gold champion here.
You see Pete Zaccanino there in the blue camouflage. L29 is right behind him. And you can see those both aircraft here. They were 1 and 2 the entire time. And Zaccanino made a couple opportunities. He snuck up on him, but never was quite able to get all the way around.
Well, Steiger stuck to the game plan and really got the job done in a most efficient way.
Yeah, he was on rails, and this was a in-cockpit shot from Jive Kirby yesterday. There you saw that. And there he is going around pylon number 9. Here's another good look at Jive Kirby in Team Race 11, a plane he calls Ivan. But it was our leader out front, Michael Steiger, race 5, as he led it all the way back around, and here he is coming back towards the checkered flag and climbing off the course with the win yesterday in the gold heat period.
Average time of 490 miles an hour for Mike Steiger, the airline pilot from Houston, Texas, in American Spirit.
We hear our racers are cleared on course. You see them there off in the distance coming around Peavine Mountain. We will see the pace plane pull up here in a minute. Let's listen in.
In the chute, starting to roll out, 7,004. Get up, line abreast, racers. Good spot. Everybody line up on 5 and 2-4. Distance.
A little.
5, 2, 4, 8. Hold what you got. 8, 4, and 1, 2. Hold it. Eight slightly further forward, 8, 4 forward. Gentlemen, you have a race.
There it is, Tommy. That's the call we were waiting for. You see the pace plane pulling up and off to provide a safety observer function up above. We are racing, Tommy, in the pole position. Mike Steiger, race 5 on the pole, right side of your screen. Here they come to the guide pylon. And Tommy jumping out front from the number 2 position, race 2-4.
Just lucky the L29 Delta.
And you had Mike Steiger in race 5. You see him out there maneuvering and he still had the pole position. We got aircraft maneuvering out behind him in positions 3, 4, and 5. But right here, coming around to the left, it's Steiger and just lucky, the L29. Steiger was able to get back around him. Look here, Tommy, he's got back into the lead. It was Pete Zaccanino yesterday, and we believe is Joe Swindell today, and just lucky in the blue camouflage L29, making their way around as they head back northbound. We are well into already lap number 2. Continue to have that great in-cockpit view from Jerry Jive Kirby, Team Race 11 on the right. He's back in the pack in about 4th or 5th place, we believe. Our leaders are coming through the foothills. There's a good shot of Jive on the right side, the black airplane, trying to move up and catch Scott Gusikoff in the tumbling goose.
Mike Steiger here. American Spirit, 7 times American Spirit has captured the gold here. It's been on that team for a long time. One of those wins by Rick Vandam.
Here's our race for 4th. You can see Jive Kirby maneuvering in behind Gusikoff, the yellow and black both L39s. And Jive's doing everything he can to try to get some horsepower, speed built up, get up there to catch him. But great in-cockpit view as well on the right side. They are about a half a lap behind our leader. The view you see here as they head back into the foothills. was David Sterling in race 8. Then back to our battle for 4th. And back to our leader here, Tommy. Next time.
Number 4 here. He's making quick work of this one.
Yeah, these speeds at 500 miles an hour, Tommy, we eat up that 8-mile course really, really quick. We are 3/4 of the way through this race already. And here he is. You can see him down low, 50 feet minimum altitude. He's right on it, taking the shortest way around those pylons. Most efficient and effective way to do it. But Mike Steiger's really putting on a racing seminar here this year in the jet class. Back in the pack just a little bit here, Tommy. We've got 2 aircraft that fairly close, battling it out. That's Sterling
right there.
Race 8. And then right behind him, you see Gusakov in the Tumbling Goose, followed by Jive Kirby in the black Race 11. And again, you get to see the view out of the cockpit of Kirby on the right side of your screen. You can see Gusakov there when the glare moves, and you can see how close they are. They're doing their best as they drop into the valley of speed, both accelerating up near 500 miles an hour as they make their way south and back towards the home pylon.
Trying to hold on 4th place right there. Right behind him, but running out of time as we're in the white flag lap, final lap right now for our leader.
Yeah, and he's most of the way around, Tommy. He is making his way back here to make the final turn towards the final home pylon. He just took the white.
That was the white. Okay.
Yep, took the white flag right there. He is starting his final trip around. That's 7 of 8. It goes so fast, Tommy, at 500 miles an hour. You think about that, you know, we're 2 football fields per second these aircraft are doing. Now here you see our leader making his way around some lap traffic. He's caught Matt Guthmiller in Alpine Thunder and made his way around him. Qualifying, there's almost 80 knot, 90 knots difference between those two.
Yeah.
You see that playing out here.
Stepped this course off at 490 miles an hour the last time around. That was yesterday.
See on the right, Jive Kirby coming by the home pylon, and on the left, that's our leader. He's rolling around pylon 7, 8, and 9 on his way back to the anticipated checkered flag.
Runway 8, wind 1006.
There it is. We're unofficial leader, but this is the battle for 4th. Gusakov and Tumbling Goose, position 4 on the left of your screen, yellow and black. Jive Kirby. There was the battle for 2nd place there. That was
passing by. Swindle, Sterling.
We're going to see a great race here. You get to see it 2 ways, out of the cockpit from the trailing aircraft and on the screen as they go around the final few pylons and head into the valley of speed. Let's see if Jive Kirby has something for Gusakov here as they head southbound. Looks like he's making up a little bit of ground on him, Tommy, as they make their way down these final few pylons, 7, 8, and 9, on their way to the home pylon and the checkered flag.
It would be something if he was able to run him down, but I don't think he's got quite enough time.
He sure made up some distance, though. Wow, he really was moving up, but that is your unofficial 4th and 5th place finishers. You can see on the in-cockpit cam, they are climbing up off the course. And just coming up to the finish now will be Matt Guthmiller in Alpine Thunder, race number 12, as he finishes the course as well. Well, let's go back and look at the start. Here we see Steiger on the far left there. Swindell in the just lucky L29. Those were the 2 that were out front, and they kind of settled into 1st and 2nd. There's a good look at David Sterling in race 8, but this was the race within the race the entire time, Tommy, for 4th and 5th.
Yeah, Scott Gusakov, Jerry Jive Kirby. In his 2nd jet race of the day today was Kirby, but no stopping this guy. Mike Steiger just absolutely had it dialed in, just as he has had in the previous race. Made it no contest up front.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jibe Kirby did his best right at the end to catch Gusakov. And here you see him making some ground. He's actually gaining on him. But as they came to the checkered flag on this one more time around, this is the final lap now for our leader, Steiger. As he does it, he's passing lap traffic in Guthmiller there on the last lap. But as he makes his final turn and heads to the checkered flag, your unofficial winner here in the gold. There is Guthmiller coming across, still finishing his 7th lap while the Just Lucky was completing and the race within the race. Kirby almost catching Gusakov.
Well, unofficially, Mike Steiger, 2nd win in a row in as many days in American Spirit at Gold Jet Heat 3A. Joe Swindle, Just Lucky, race 24 in 2nd place. We have it. David Sterling, race 8. In 3rd place, Gusakov, 4th place in the Tumbling Goose. Number 84, Jerry Kirby, right behind him. 5th place, race number 11, Ivan and Matt Guthmiller, Alpine Thunder, race 12. In 6th place, Jet Heat 3A, the final Gold Heat before the big round for the medal tomorrow.